Let's create a workstation for Chelmswood Junction. Roll the intros. Hello YouTubers and welcome back to Chelmswood Junction. I'm Peter. Now, a lot of you are obviously aware that the past 3 videos on my channel have been about my new control system, the ECOS ESU command station. Well, after about a few days, I've programmed my controller now with all of my locos, so it's now ready to be wired up to the main layout, and obviously I'll have to disconnect the NCE. So I was thinking to myself, well, where am I going to put it? I didn't want to put it on the baseboards because it would look untidy, it would look cluttered, and I didn't want that. And I've been watching a few other people's channels, people like Everard Junction, Richards from New Junction, Dave from Cottesmore, Charlie from Chadwick, and they've all got their own little workstation within their train room. Now, as you know, this is what was our front room, or our living room, lounge, whatever we like to call it. But obviously my wife has decided to give me this as my man cave, which is very nice of her. So I've had a piece of old kitchen worktop that my friends gave me when they were having a new kitchen fitted. Now, there was absolutely nothing wrong with it. Pristine condition, just needs, a bit of a clean now. Now I've got it here. So without further ado, I'm going to take the camera off. Well, I'm not going to take the camera off the tripod. I'm actually going to turn the camera around so you guys can actually see what I've actually created. So as you can see, guys, this is what I've been working on this evening. Now, like I said, it is a kitchen worktop. What I've done is I've taken 3 bits of 2x2 and used them as legs. You've got one there, one in that corner, and one there. Obviously, I've left this area open so that I can have my seat there. Now, my idea was that I would put the programming track for the ECOS along here. The ECOS could sit there at, say, like an angle. So that way I've got proper control over the ECOS and the control panel. Please excuse the control panel. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of work on the layout at the moment, so it's a bit of a mess in this room. But also, now I've got this, it would also come in handy for when I've got card kits like Metcalf, or I've got the scale model scenery kits that I like doing. I've now got a workbench where I could run trains, or I could watch a TV programme, listen to music while I'm getting on with some card kits. So without further ado, we can start getting some bits and pieces on here and see what it looks like. So straight away, I'm going to bring the ECOS over. Now, my idea was that I could have my ECOS kind of in that kind of situation. Not only can I have the ECOS there, and there's obviously your programming track. Now, obviously, these wires would be drilled to go underneath and then come up through a little hole behind the ECOS. And obviously, this cable here, again, would be drilled and put through, so it was all hidden. I've still got a nice bit of space, or I could even actually have the programming track up the front. But that's a bit too much in the way if I want to do a card kit. So I thought, well, if I bring it to about that situation, bring the ECOS forward a bit more, obviously buffer stop at either end, I've come up with the idea of, you've now got a home for my soldering station, which can now be plugged in on a permanent basis. I've also got space to put a little holder tidy thing there. And not only that, I can have all my paints, glues up along here, hence why I put this piece along here. So that is what I'm working on at the moment, guys. Once I've finished and finalised, I will come back to you guys and I will show you the finished product. So, as you can see, guys, I've been a bit busy. Let's bring you up a little bit. As you can see on the left-hand side, I've got this little, it is a makeup thing that my daughter gave to me to use, which holds my paintbrushes, little pencils, the little torch if I drop something on the floor so I can find it, very tiny screwdrivers. It's got the glues in there, which is my tacky glue and my liquid poly. At the moment it's sticking out Stanley knife and 2 track rubbers. You have the programming track there now, which has been drilled, the wires have been put underneath, and they now go to the back of the ECOS. The wires for the main track have been made ready, put through the holes, connected to the back of the ECOS, and also the power supply is also been drilled. Let me bring you in a bit closer, guys, and you can take a look. Oh, while we're in this area, this is my airbrush holder. What I'm going to do is drill a hole in the middle of there so I can clamp it onto the board, and also I'm going to drill a hole through there for the air line for the airbrush to come through, so my airbrushes can be put into there. So that's another good thing for this, so I can put my airbrush just under here. But if we move out of the way, as you can see, the wires for the ECOS have been drilled, and you've got the 4 for the main and the programming track in there, and you've also got the main power one in there. And when it goes back, you just push them back down and they're hidden out the way. So if I want to bring the ECOS closer to me, I can bring it closer. If I want to put it back out the way so I can do some work in this area, I can do that. As you can see, there's a class 20 on the track. I have just tested it and it is all up and running. You have all my paints and thinners along the back there. You've got my helping hands at the ready and handy. Me airbrush cleaner pot, me soldering iron station, my 2 airbrushes and my camera. Everything is at hand. The control panel is there. Everything is where I need it to be. And I have a trusty little stool, but I will be getting a smaller version of that. So that is out of a bank that I recycled. I went to a bank when I was working. They were closing down. They were throwing away all these. Nothing wrong with it, but I use it, or my little daughter sits up on there and when she comes into me. And obviously down there is my airbrush compressor, so that will obviously be going under there somewhere to feed the lines up here. But as you can see, guys, I think if I bring you back out, I've got myself a nice little tidy workstation. There's the control panel, which obviously eventually all these points there will be DCC controlled. You can see the labels there for me ground signals, so it tells me what numbers the ground signals are going to be. So it's a lovely little addition to the layout. So what do you think, guys? Do you like it, or have I wasted my time? What do you think, guys? So there you go, guys. A nice workstation for Chelmswood Junction. I've enjoyed making it, and I think it's a lovely little place for the ECOS to live, right next to the control panel. And I've got a lovely little space there to be able to do model kits on there without having to go and disturb the wife in the kitchen while she's watching telly or listening to the radio. So if you do like what I've done, guys, leave a comment down below. If you think of anything that I can add or put onto the table without cluttering it up or that I've missed, let me know what I could put on the table to make my life a bit easier. If you have liked the video, guys, please, as always, hit the like button. If you're a subscriber, great big thumbs up, and thank you to the new subscribers that have come on in the past week. a massive welcome to my channel, and I hope you are enjoying the content so far, and I hope that you enjoy future content. If you're not a subscriber, it is absolutely free of charge. I don't know why they call it a subscription. You could just class it as a follow button, but hit that subscribe button on the right hand side. Join me. As you've seen, I've taken this model railway to the next level, and we can go to the next level together as we go on Chelmswood Junction. So again, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed watching this video, guys, and you want to carry on watching videos from my channel, there should be a link coming up here and here. I'm going to end it here now, guys. Until the next time, take care of yourselves, look after your loved ones, protect the NHS, but above all, happy modelling, and bye-bye from Chelmswood Junction.